In the shadow of empire and beneath the blazing skies of ancient Egypt, Aaron emerged as a figure destined for sacred history. Born in the 13th century BC to Jochebed of the tribe of Levi, he was the elder brother of Moses, 3 years his senior, and the future founder of Israel's priesthood. While scripture leaves his early years veiled in silence, his legacy would resound across generations. Aaron married Elisheba of the tribe of Judah, and together they had 4 sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Through family ties, his lineage would one day connect to King David. Yet Aaron's true calling would unfold not in royal courts, but in the crucible of divine mission. When Moses hesitated before the burning command of God to confront Pharaoh, Aaron was appointed as his voice. Where Moses faltered in speech, Aaron spoke with clarity and force. Before the throne of Egypt, his staff became a serpent. At God's command, he stretched it over the Nile, and the river turned to blood. Frogs swarmed. Lice infested the land. In partnership with his brother, he stood as an instrument of divine judgment, though never by his own power, only at God's command. When Pharaoh finally relented and Israel walked free, the brothers were already old men, Aaron 83, Moses 80. Freedom, however, did not bring ease. In the wilderness, Aaron stood beside Moses as a steady presence. During battle with the Amalekites, he and her held up Moses' weary arms, ensuring Israel's victory. When Moses ascended Mount Sinai to receive the law, Aaron remained below as his deputy, but leadership under pressure bears a heavy cost. During Moses' prolonged absence on Sinai, the people's fear turned to rebellion. Pressed by their demands, Aaron fashioned a golden calf, an act that would scar the nation's soul. Though he was spared direct punishment, thousands perished for their idolatry. It was a moment of weakness in a life otherwise defined by sacred duty. Despite this failure, Aaron and his sons were consecrated as priests. Clothed in holy garments, anointed for service, they entered the priesthood in solemn ceremony. Yet even this sacred beginning was marked by tragedy. Nadab and Abihu, offering unauthorized fire before the Lord, were struck down. Aaron bore the loss in silence, a father mourning, a priest enduring. Once each year, on the Day of Atonement, Aaron alone entered the innermost sanctuary, stepping beyond the veil into the holy presence, carrying the sins of the people before God. Conflict would again touch his life. Alongside his sister Miriam, Aaron once questioned Moses' authority. Miriam was struck with leprosy and cast out of the camp for 7 days. Aaron, though complicit, was spared. Later, their cousin Korah led a revolt, declaring that all were equally holy. The earth itself answered, splitting open to swallow the rebels. To affirm Aaron's priestly calling, staffs from each tribe were placed overnight in the tent of testimony. By morning, only Aaron's rod had blossomed. Budding with almonds, life springing from dry wood, divine choice made visible. Yet even the faithful are not without fault. When the people thirsted in the wilderness, God commanded Moses to speak to the rock. Instead, in anger, Moses struck it, twice, while Aaron stood beside him. Water poured forth, but disobedience had been sealed. Because they had not fully honored God before the people, neither brother would enter the promised land. Aaron's journey ended on Mount Hor, near the southern reaches of the Dead Sea. At 123 years of age, he died there, never setting foot in the land he had long journeyed toward. For 30 days, Israel mourned him. His son Eleazar succeeded him as high priest, and the priesthood he founded continued through the generations. Aaron's life was not the life of a conqueror or king. It was the life of a mediator, voice for a prophet, priest for a nation, servant under divine command. His story is one of calling, frailty, endurance, and sacred responsibility, a man standing between God and his people in the vast and unforgiving wilderness. And so ends the historic life of Aaron, from the shadows of Egypt to the long journey through the wilderness, faithfully preserved according to the biblical record. Called to speak, chosen to serve, and remembered as the first high priest of Israel, his life stood between glory and human frailty, forever woven into the story of a nation. It is written, "Bring near to you Aaron your brother, and his sons with him, from among the people of Israel, to serve me as priests." Book of Exodus 28 verse 1.